Okay, well, I'm gonna be doing something a bit weird. Well, not weird, I'm sure it's been done somewhere. But I just took like 5 minutes or so and just wrote this giant random paragraph out of a little thing me and a few friends came up with during school one day. There's not gonna be any video or anything. This is just gonna be a completely audio thing. I'm probably gonna post an image in just for amusement, but yeah. Alright, so first off, I want to post a warning. Um, it gets kind of dicey towards racism. Not exactly meant to, it's just we were weird kids. You'll understand what I'm, uh, you know, talking about when I get into it. Also, the language will be a huge issue in this. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of cussing. I haven't opened this up because I've been trying to create something, but then I'm like, if people start watching it, maybe I'll probably do more, maybe like two or three. Don't know. If it gets views, then what have you. Just go from there. But just all right. Anyway, you know. All right. All right. All right. Let me move my computer screen here. Alright, let's see here. Alright, 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 alright. Also, I wanted, wait, before I start, this could be completely unedited, maybe not, maybe in, edit in audio, but that's about it. Of course, because there's not gonna be any video, but, if I ripped off of anything, uh, say, using a giant. No. Never mind. If I ripped off anything, I didn't mean to. If you know what I ripped off of, then please send it, and I will give it credit, etc., etc. Alright, let's begin. Alright, so, guys, I think I figured out how to end global warming. Okay, so we get a giant boot, and no, not a giant boot. Let's use Italy. Yeah, Italy. All right, change of plans. We're use Italy as a giant boot. We suspend it over the earth on some sort of hinge, and we use it to kick us somewhere else. Yeah. That might work. You know what would happen to other countries, or even the world for that matter. We would all freeze and probably die maybe about 24 hours after we leave the solar system, or get more than probably 5 feet away from the sun. I don't know. Not a science major. But what I do know is that as soon as someone did this, the other countries would take it. Let's do Japan here for a second. Say we kick towards the moon. Japan would use a giant hook shot and a saw to saw itself from the earth and tether itself to the moon. Yes, you heard me. Tether itself to the moon. And then China, because somehow they're prepared for all this, would rush in and claim the islands because there's that huge war between all the islands. And, Japan, foreseeing this, would have like giant cannons with other hook shots and troll faces, and they would have many troll faces looking over the edge and middle fingers up to China and just be like, yo, China, this is our shit. Oh, I'm not hitting my hand. Sorry, I'm getting kind of, and thousands, oh, wait, and China would be like, search the ocean for an island that would never be found, and Japan would just colonize the moon and somehow give it an atmosphere by planting plants everywhere, by using some engineered soil with tons of nutrients. I hate my mind. What the fuck? Alright, then they would proceed to make nightclubs all over the moon and increase its mass to the size of the Earth and shove it into the orbit of the sun so that they don't die. Now, back on Earth, more specifically the United States, news would inform people about a day as after a day has passed and people are like, what? And then they just freeze. But, because as the stereotype goes, we're too fat and lazy to go outside out of the house. I mean, we're like vampires. We're too afraid of the sun. It gets a little sunburnt, and die. It's just me. All right. Then the sun. No, not the sun. Then the United States would wage war on some other country and waste the remaining oxygen we have. So die an inevitable slow death. But then Russia would come and like, no, U.S., you ain't doing that. All the explosives you would use waste all, yeah, we need. And then we're like, nah, bruh, explosives don't waste oxygen. You do it during all the hard-darn negotiations the United States and Russia were going on. North Korea would somehow advance their technology enough to detach itself from the ground and use South Korea as a propulsion system to launch the Earth. The United States, so missiles can actually reach us. But Australia would have the same idea, except, nice change of weather instead of hot as well. Kill off all the stuff and giant insects that want to kill them. And giant spider about the size of your face. But they're launching, propelling themselves the rear end of Korea and then like a giant penis or something. Both, and they would become the second biggest laughingstock to the next to the U.S. educational system. And back in the South America, that is, there would be some experimenting with nuclear power and had almost perfected it so that they could use a single ounce of uranium to power a train car for about 80 years without stopping. Seems convenient, right? Well, then they hear all this and they decide, well, it's a great idea to shoot like 1,000,000 train cars powered by uranium and technology around the Earth that are, with like a drill or some shit attached to it from, and just boom, boom, boom for the next 30 days, and then trains revolve around the Earth, reversing the Earth's rotation, and then causing us to go back in climate change. I don't know, because they they were going so fast that they just went straight around there. They would fly over craters and valleys, and then just go through mountains and level buildings and not even slow down but what they didn't think was that this could happen and the trains might run full circle around the Earth. That's where they went wrong. They so happened to just get demolished by about 80 trains, and then they created a great wall around the Earth because there's like 100 train pileup. And then, I don't know what was going through their mind, but maybe they thought the Earth was flat like Europe did so long ago. Oh, and speaking of Europe, nice transition. The government was hiding itself a pretty high-tech weaponry and shield system, probably from a certain doctor that we all know. And we're going back to the story. And then when they tried to attack, they couldn't because it wasn't there. Well, it was there, but Europe had some sort of force field cloaking device that made it so they couldn't enter, and they couldn't see the giant landmass was. So everyone returned to their home and died the very next day. Yeah! This would happen all in 24 hours, by the way. Little convenient to mention this, but everything just happened at one time. Anyway, back to what would happen after the heated herder debates, pardon me, between U.S. and Russia. They would both decide, hey, we could take over what's left of the world, and they would make an agreement, which didn't last long enough because a giant space whale popped out of nowhere and ate us, so we could then live in a giant whale for the rest of our days. The end. What is wrong with us? Oh my god. Alright, so part of that was, like, things me and a few friends made up. And then part of that was, well, most of that was my own imagination. You see why I hate to be alone with my thoughts. Well, I better call it a day. Thank you for tuning in if you did. Might do another one. It was kind of fun. Got to write something. But, I'm gonna need a topic. Those herder debates hurt my head. Goodbye.